All right, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. What is going on? You know what time it is. It's time for that HMG weekly wrap up. And like we do every week, we are going to take a moment to just push this out there, get some of you on here because we know there is a delay. So if you jump on, say hello and let me know where you're at. All right. Let's see here. We're up on there. We're there. All right. Good. Let's go ahead and get this week started. Shall we? End of May already. Golly. Crazy. Today is May 30th. And this is the last Friday of May. We are wrapping up Heroes Month here. What up, T-Dog? How you doing, brother? Wrapping up Heroes Month here at Heroes Media Group. It's nice to be back in the home office after being on the road for the last 2 weeks. Kind of recapping the last 2 weeks. We were in Arizona, and then we were up in Nebraska with Little Bird, graduating college and commissioning into the military. 20-hour drive back home, hauling a trailer, closed out some. It's been crazy, but great spending time with family, friends, and keeping up with the show and just everything. Blessed, just blessed. And as we wrap up Heroes Month, this has been a busy month, right? You had Teachers Week, you had Nurses Week. The entire month of May is Military Appreciation Month. Shout out to our brothers and sisters in arms. We had Police Week. May was also Mental Health Awareness Month. And Ken, what's up, brother? Good morning to you. Appreciate you. And then this week we're wrapping up, Memorial Day week, and hopefully everybody had a good Memorial Day weekend. Remember what Memorial Day is all about. But yeah, I mean it's the end of Heroes Month that we call Heroes Month here at HMG. But let's be honest, every month should be Heroes Month, right? And it was kind of it's I love this month. It's a great month. It's the start of summer. School's getting out, kids are getting outside. Hopefully the kids are getting outside. Weather's getting a lot nicer. It means the fishing's getting better. That's always good news for me. But yeah, we're wrapping it up. June is coming up this weekend, and it's just crazy. Time flies, and it really kind of makes you sit back and appreciate, or you should appreciate, everything that we have, because life is seems to be going by really fast. And sometimes a lot of us wish, I know I wish that I could, kind of hit the pause button on life a little bit, or just, slow it down a little bit. But not complaining, blessed to have all you guys to tune in each and every week as well. A lot going on coming up in June already. So let's talk about June and looking into the future. We got some stuff coming up. Next week, we're going to have a special guest on the show, and we're going to be talking next Friday about the Army's 250th birthday that's coming up June 14th, also known as Flag Day, but let's be honest, the important day. Army's birthday, 250 years of kicking ass, taking names. It's Army's birthday. We're going to be in Philadelphia, where it all started 250 years ago. Army birthdays ceremony. There's going to be an enlistment ceremony that day. There's going to be a parade, static displays. Uh, George Washington's commissioning 250 years to the day. There's going to be a reenactment. It's supposed to be George Washington riding up on a horse to Liberty Hall, commissioning and taking over the Continental Army, and then there's supposed to be people dressed in um, Army attire throughout the last 250 years. There's going to be live concerts and a whole bunch more. That's going to be June 14th in Philadelphia. HMG will be there. I will be there. We will be going live, probably doing some interviews as well. So if you're looking for something to do, come on down to Philly. Great food, a lot of history in that city. And like I said, this is where it all started 250 years ago. So it's going to be awesome. And if you want more information on this, actually, you know what? Let me put this website link up here if I can grab it. I'm going to put this in the comments below here, folks. If you're looking to come on out to Philly, it's going to be a great time. We got a lot of people coming in. Like I said, reenactments, birthday celebrations. It's a big one. 250 years. Be a part of history. That's what it's all about. Pop, what's up? I see you on there. Good morning to you. See you guys over on the Instagram. What's going on? How you guys doing, Brent? Good to see you. Also happening on June 14th down in DC. They're going to be celebrating the Army birthday there, but it's also President Trump's 79th birthday, and there's a plan to do. Have you guys heard about this military parade that they're planning on doing? It's been an uproar. A lot of people are pissed off about it. Whatever. But I think right now, from what I've read, there's going to be approximately 6,700 soldiers, 150 military vehicles, and 50 helicopters. The official route will begin on Constitution Avenue by the Lincoln Memorial and end near 15th Street. Some lightweight military vehicles will cross Memorial Bridge to join from the Pentagon. Along the parade, there will also be a flyover, a parachuting demonstration from the Army's Golden Knights. There's going to be a concert and some fireworks going on. So if you're in and around DC, we're going to have some people down there as well, taking pictures. 250 years, something to celebrate. I think that particular one, other than just starting, is the birthday and President's birthday and the Army's birthday. That's the kickoff for a 1-year celebration of America's 250th birthday, which is technically next year, I believe. T-Dog, divisions, why not national? Yeah, that's a great question. I'm gonna put that up there. Let's T-Dog 19 says, sounds like pass and review just on a national scale. We do this for divisions. T-Dog's talking about in the military. We do this for divisions. Why not national? Never really had it national, I don't think. You see some of these bigger, I don't want to say bigger, but other countries doing these military parades and stuff like that. That's a great way of looking at it, T-Dog. Never thought about it as a pass and review, and that's exactly what this is. I think it's great. I think it's good. DC, I will not be down there. Might be if we can get from Philly down to DC. I think the parade in DC starts later in the day. The Philadelphia one kicks off. It's actually the whole weekend. Actually, it's going to be starting at Valley Forge on the 13th. It's going to move to Philly on Saturday, the 14th. And that kicks off at 11 a.m. in Philly. And then I believe in DC that kicks off. I think the parade kicks off around 6 p.m. I read. I could be wrong. Isaiah 6:8. Ron, what's up, brother? How are you? Thanks for jumping on. It's good to see you, man. Lot coming up with the Army birthday. So Mark your calendars, June 14th. It's going to be a special day for our nation. That's for dang sure. And if you're going to be in DC or in Philly, let us know. We'd love to link up with you or get you in touch with some of the people from HMG in those areas. So, again, June 14th, mark your calendars. It's going to be a big one. 250 years of armies kicking ass, taking names. It's going to be a part of history. Be a part of history. Let's see here. I'm gonna put this up here for my pop. What's up with people protesting military parade, even France? Because people are gonna protest. That's the simplest answer I have. People want to protest stuff, and they look at it as a negative thing. It's a show of force. It's this or that. I'm gonna go back and resort back to what T Dog said earlier. It's like a pass and review, very standard, something that we do in the military, especially at division levels and whatnot. So it is. You're not going to make everybody happy. It's too much money. It's this, it's that, and blah 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 blah. It's somebody's being arrogant or there's just a bunch of negativity around it, and it's one of those is like you can give somebody $1 million and they'll find a way to complain about it. Oh well, it's not 1,000,001, or you didn't serve it on a silver platter, or I don't know. It's too early for the negativity, right? It's 250. It's a part of history. Shut up and be a part of it. That's what I gotta say. You know what I mean? Anyway, moving on. What else do we got coming up? Starting tonight, Nashville, Tennessee. NASCAR is kicking off at Nashville Motor Speedway. And HMG is going to be on the ground tonight and throughout the weekend with our buddies over at Misfit Nation. Host Rich LaMonica is on his way over there with some of the team, heading over to Nashville Motor Speedway. They're going to be covering NASCAR this weekend, so stay tuned. He'll have pictures, some videos, and whatnot as they go around the track at Nashville. So it is awesome. Loving it, and we're excited about that. Keep the comments coming, guys. I'll take a look at it. Hey, everybody over at on the Instagram, I appreciate you guys. Keep them coming. The T Dog, yeah, I hear you. Maker's Machine. I've talked a little bit about this in the past. I'm going to talk about it again today. Maker's Machine is a networking mastermind group that myself and my good friend Shay Sparks have put together with some phenomenal people. We've got a really strong group going right now. So think of like a BNI, a Toastmasters on steroids. That's what Maker's Machine is. If you're an entrepreneur or you're thinking about starting a business, if you're a podcaster, if you're a realtor or anything like that, it's a group that's it's a no BS, hold each other accountable. It's not here's my business card, what can I do for you kind of a thing. It's a mastermind group, and we're helping each other grow each other's businesses, projects. Makers, that's what we are. Makers. We're making things happen. If you are interested in more information or would like to be part of the Makers Machine, leave a comment below Makers Machine. Leave a comment below Makers Machine, and somebody on staff will get a hold of you, myself or one of the interns will reach out to you and get you some information and get you set up with an introductory call for the Makers Machine. It's a great program. I absolutely love it. Something I'm very proud of that we've created, and it's only going to get better. So leave a comment, Makers Machine, if that's something you're interested in. All right, what do we got? Got some sad news, unfortunately. Earlier this week, Phil Robertson passed. He was the star of Duck Dynasty, passed away on May 25th at the age of 79 years young after battling Alzheimer's disease and some other health issues. Very sad day. this week, Phil Robertson. He was somebody I always wanted to meet, somebody I admired. Interesting feller. I've met his brother Cy and had conversations one time, but Phil was a godly man, and that's something that we certainly, um, you know, appreciate. And it was what he did and what he's done for people has been absolutely amazing. So our hearts and prayers and thoughts go out to the Robertson family, and it was sad. Really, really liked Phil. Yeah, Ken. Yeah, I liked Phil a lot too. Yeah. Um. All right, I'm gonna move on here. Heroes Media Group. We're growing, and a lot. We've got just while I was on the road the last 2 weeks, we've had several new people reach out that want to start a podcast and whatnot, and do shows and be a part of HMG in some form or fashion. Great, we love that. And I got hit up by a gentleman who was on the network in the past, and he was a professional athlete. I'm not going to mention names right now, but asked us to put on a golf tournament, and we were going to do it later this fall, like in October. And HMG, I started Heroes Media Group in just outside of Phoenix. I was living in Avondale, Arizona, when I started this company, and I haven't really done an event in a very long time. I think it's time. I think it's time that we do an event, and we're going to. I'm announcing today, right now, that in 2026 we're going to hold 3 events, 3 live events, and the first one's going to be a golf tournament that we're going to do. Now, I know some of you are like, oh, why the hell are you doing golf? Everybody does golf. I golf sometimes. Haven't done it in a couple of years. It's a great way to bring people together. We're going to do it in the plan right now is in February. We were going to do it this October. We've pushed it back to February 2026. We've got better deals. There's more people, snowbirds are going to be in Arizona at that time. We're looking at a couple of resorts down in the Phoenix metropolitan area. It's going to be in Maricopa County somewhere, whether it's over at the Wigwam, over in Litchfield Park, or we might do it at the Arizona Grand. They've been good to me in the past, so we're not sure on exactly where, but it will be in February. It's going to be a golf tournament. There's going to be uh, lots of prizes. There's going to be giveaways. We're going to have auctions. Um, and we'll start putting this stuff out more and more. What I'm looking for from you guys are people that want to volunteer, that want to be a part of this, whether it is putting it together, helping us get sponsors, uh, get golfers out on the course. And if you don't want to golf and you just want to come down and be a part of it, and there's going to be food and stuff afterwards, come on down. I would love to see everybody come out to this and make this a part of it. And then what we're going to do is the money that we raise and make from this is we're going to donate that to a local nonprofit organization within Arizona, preferably within Maricopa County. So I want to raise some money. I want to do some good. I want to kick the year off fast, hard, and want to do it right. So if you are interested, if you're watching this now, or if you're watching this, later on throughout the weekend or whatnot, and you want to be a part of HMG, we're starting to put this stuff together right now. And I need bodies, I need volunteers that want to be a part of something special. And we're going to do 3 events next year, whether it's the first one's going to be golf. The next one might be a concert. And it's not going to be in Phoenix. First one's in Phoenix. Then we're going to do 2 other cities throughout the country. All right. So if you're not in Arizona and you want us to come out and do an event in your neck of the woods, let us know. Let's start putting it together. Head it up. So there, I put it out there. It's in the universe. 2026. We're already looking into 2026 to do events and stuff like that. Let's raise some money next year. So yeah, what do we have here? Yes. Well, Sheriff Lamb was actually in. I think he lives in Maricopa County now, but he was the Pinal County sheriff at the time. He yeah, any celebrities down there, and we're going to have we have some professional athletes that have committed to coming to this event in February when we put this golf tournament on. So just saying, it's going to be big. That's all I can tell you about that right now. So, like I said, if you're interested and you want us to come to your city to put on an event, there'll be live podcasts. We're going to have shows. Some of our shows that are in Arizona. We'll be doing live shows and stuff from there. Be a part of it. If you own a company and you want to sponsor, or once we have that stuff, I'll make that announcement. If you're interested, then we'll take care of that at that time. So it's out there. So if you're interested in helping out and want to volunteer and be a part of something special, drop me a DM and let me know. T Dog, yes, this is I'm gonna put this up there. T Dog says maybe plan a gathering HMG shows for a massive content creation event. We're working on that. That's been in the talks for a couple of years. Just got to figure out where. People have been asking me for the last 5 years to put on an event for HMG, content wise, for the podcasters that are on the network. And anytime we do something, the podcast shows always get first crack at it. They're welcome to come, set up tables and stuff like that. That's all. They don't pay for a table or anything like that. So this is going to be. It'll be good. The problem with putting on like a big T Dog to answer your question. The problem putting on like a conference, so to speak. You got the hotels, you got all this other stuff. And it's a 2 to 3 day event. A lot of the times with guest speakers and stuff like that. So it gets to be a lot. And not saying like putting on a golf tournament or putting on a concert or any other event that is for a day. I've put on golf tournaments before. I've put on bowling tournaments before, just fundraising events and stuff like that. So it's a little bit different, but the shows and content creation stuff that's coming in 2026, and that's probably going to be one of the 3 events that we do. But we want to open these up to the public as well. But yeah, good call on that, T Dog. Appreciate the comment. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna hit up some of the news topics. Tell me what you guys think. Scientists strike gold. Rare earth metals found in Hawaiian lava. I thought this was interesting. German researchers have undiscovered a surprising concentration of rare earth metals in Hawaiian volcanic rocks, challenging long-held geological assumptions. I don't know what those assumptions are. I'm not a geologist, but I'll get to that in a second, Ken. The findings suggest that Earth's core materials can reach the surface through volcanic activity, offering new insights into the planet's internal processes. Now, why do I think this is interesting? Because identifying new sources could reduce the reliance on imports and bolster domestic supply chains. That particular sentence there, like, let's not trigger a volcanic eruption just to bring up. I'm not saying that that's what they're saying. That's just a conspiracy in me. Hey, give me a break. It's been a couple weeks since I've done any type of conspiracy stuff. So anyway, I think it's interesting though. Ken, range day at Ben Avery. I like where your head's at. I'm pretty sure we could probably make that happen. And I know just the people to call to see if we could make that happen. That would be very limited on how many people we could do. We would have to bring out sponsors, and because we could do a class. We could actually do a class. But Ken, I like that. I gotta put this up. Ryan Williams Sr., it's great to see you, brother. Ryan is the host of Other Side of the Firewall. I freaking love this comment. I can see it now. Volcano Gold Rush on Discovery. That's hilarious. I love that. I love that. That could be, you know what? Ryan, you better trademark that. That's an idea for any of you over at Discovery or any of those other reality TV shows. It came from him first. I expect him to get paid. I'm his agent. I just became a self-proclaimed agent for Ryan. Let's make this happen. I love it. I love it. Moving on. George Soros is back in the news. Soros group blocks Trump deportations of criminals. I just thought this was interesting that he was back in the news. He's got a Soros-backed group is using the courts to block Trump's efforts to deport violent criminals to South Sudan. Human Rights First, which is has received millions of dollars from George and Alexandria Soros's Open Society Foundation, is spearheading a lawsuit that has tied the administration's hands in removing illegal alien criminals from the United States. Interesting. I wonder if we're going to see any more of that. Probably. Here's one that just kind of the United States Navy. The United States Navy. I'm going to just let that linger because I know some of you got some comments. The United States Navy ends dog cat testing. The U.S. Navy announced that it is ending tests on cats and dogs. Quote, today, it gives me great pleasure to terminate all Department of the Navy's testing on cats and dogs, saving taxpayers' dollars and ending these inhumane studies. End quote. The announcement comes days after the Pentagon canceled a $10 million experiment activist organization White Coat Waste Project. I'm sorry. Activist organization White Coat Waste Project said, or the WCW said. Did you guys see this? Like, were we testing on cats and dogs and they were getting millions and $1 million to experiment on cats and dogs? Why are we doing that? Why is the Navy doing that to begin with? Why cats and dogs? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. That one just kind of. Those of you that are planning to travel to South America this summer or maybe this fall, the U.S. warns Venezuela now possesses high risk for American travelers. So all of you guys out there that were looking to go down to get a sweetheart down in Venezuela, better think twice about it. Because the Department of State has issued a high-risk travel advisory for Venezuela, designated as a level 4, do not travel. Do not travel to Venezuela. This designation reflects escalating dangers, including wrongful detentions, torture, terrorism, kidnapping, arbitrary law enforcement, rampant crime, civil unrest, and inadequate health infrastructure. If you are, or I guess since March of 2019, the U.S. Embassy in Caracas has ceased operations, leaving American citizens without services in the country. Oof. Also, the State Department also emphasizes that dual citizenships, a Venezuela visa or past travel to Venezuela or employment in the country does not protect U.S. nationals from potential detainment by the Venezuelan president's regime. So again, I got to take Venezuela off my tourist destination. That was actually one place I wouldn't have mind going. Probably not gonna go there now, ever. That's all right. Let's end on a positive, shall we? Let's end the news topics on a positive. Um, Texas advances bill protecting biological sex. Can we have the going down to South Beach? Texas advances bill protecting biological sex. The Texas Senate passed a bill defining biological sex. Under House Bill 229, males and females possess, quote, unique, improbable biological differences that manifest prior to birth and increase as individuals age and experience puberty, end quote. The biological differences mean that only females are able to get pregnant, give birth, and breastfeed children, while males are, quote, on average, bigger, stronger, faster than females, end quote. The bill says this, not Adam Burke. The bill says this. The bill clearly defines boy, father, female, girl, male, mother, and sex. Or boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. Okay, the bill didn't say that last part. I added that, but I mean, but now you know from and that's a quote from Kindergarten Cop, Arnold Schwarzenegger, whatever year that was. Yeah, this is so Texas moving up. See, Texas, and I put them in the news again this week. They ban hemp and CBD products, but then they are the world's largest donor, or they're doing stuff for psychedelic psychedelic, is that the right, did I want to use that word? Anyway, ban hemp products. Now they're using stuff for PTSD and TBI with like psychedelics, and then they turn around and do this protecting biological sex. It's like this with Texas right now. Good, bad, good, bad. Good. This is good. Interesting, right? And that last little bit, for those of you that don't know what a male is or what a female is, you're welcome. I'm glad I could educate you this morning. Shout out to 06 Reveille, Military Mindset Apparel. My friends over there, Franco and Renee. I appreciate you guys. They got an event coming up in August we're going to be talking more about, and they're going to be back on the show. They're going to be live here in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. A lot of stuff coming up, man. I'm loving it. Loving how this year is panning out. Let's talk about some of the shows. We're going to dig into just a few shows this week. Double S podcast. They did a pre-recorded show. Usually they're live on Sunday nights, but you can check them out. Double S podcast. You can find them on Romans Foundation. I think I said that right. Brian, forgive me if I did not say that right. I apologize. Post below. And then True Patriot Outfitters, my buddy Gene. You can find it on there or right here. They do a live on HMG Sunday nights. They sit down with retired Master Sergeant Justin Bricklin, United States Air Force, retired from, talks about his time in service to his transition to civilian life, and he's got some great experiences to share. It was a really good episode. Check it out, Double S podcast. Veteran Dad podcast is coming here soon, just about a week away. So all you dads out there, this is going to be a good one. You're not going to want to miss this. Veteran Dad podcast. Stay tuned. Unapologetic Veterans podcast. This week it was the first of 2 episodes. They dive into what drives us. What is your fire? What's your purpose? How can we as a community change the impact we feel when getting out? How can we give purpose? I want to answer this right here because this is the question that they ask, and I absolutely love this. It's something that I've discussed with other people when you're transitioning out of the military, stay involved in stuff. On average, this is don't quote me on this, but there was a statistic out there. I'm not sure how old it was, but it was like somewhere along the lines of like 3 to 4 years before you really kind of find what it is you want to do. Like you get out, whether you ETS or you retire, and you go into a civilian sector and do a civilian job or whatnot. Some guys will go 2, 3 jobs before they really find what it is they want to do. And some don't make it that far, unfortunately. And I think the big thing is to find your purpose is to stay involved. I've known guys and gals for that matter that have gotten out of the military and they want nothing to do with the veteran community. They want nothing. They want to leave that life behind. That's fine. You don't have to get involved necessarily in a veteran organization. Um, I think eventually most do, but find a local community-based organization in your area to be a part of, whether it's volunteering at a soup kitchen or whatever else that your community has. Get involved with the community and stay active. I think that's the big thing. And then through that, you start weeding out some of the things that you like and dislike, and you ultimately find your purpose, that way. Um, it's my answer to that. Unapologetic Veterans, great podcast. Check it out. Next up, we got two disgruntled PMs. This week, John Genovese, the third co-founder of Garage Gym Life. Let me tell you, if you have not seen this guy's a beast. This was a cool episode. He shares his journey into the world of home fitness in YouTube, discusses the creation of his interactive show, Up Way Too Early. That's the name of the show, Up Way Too Early. You can find that on YouTube, and emphasizes the importance of planning and measuring when building a home gym. If you've thought about doing a home gym or getting a home gym or getting back into working out, you don't want to miss this episode. This was a great episode. Two disgruntled PMs. Check it out. Warrior Vetpreneur podcast. JJ's got a great episode out this week. Go check it out. T-Dog, he interviewed me this morning. Nice. I see you getting on more. That's good. Warrior Vetpreneur podcast. Go check it out. Keep it spiritually simple. Faith, Valor, Growth had a new one out this week. Host Dominic Licata passionately reaffirms the mission to provide housing for veterans through real estate investing. He emphasizes the importance of wisdom, understanding, and knowledge in building wealth grounded in biblical principles. It's called Faith, Valor, Growth. This is a fast growing podcast. They're not very long, maybe 20, sometimes 10 to 20 minutes long at most. Lot of good information. Check it out, Faith, Valor, Growth. The Strategic Veteran podcast, Adam Peters pumps out a couple of episodes each week. Check them out. Again, you can check out all of the podcast shows that we have on HMG simply going to heroesmediagroup.com, heroesmediagroup.com. Click on the podcast, and you will see a directory of all the shows. Homefront Sit Rep podcast. They did 2 episodes. Wrong. They did 2. But then this past Wednesday, what happens on the last Wednesday of every month? Tip of the Spear. That's right. That's the bonus one, baby. Tip of the Spear, where they bring in 20, sometimes 30 different podcasts. Not all on HMG, and that's fine. We love them anyway. A lot of great veteran podcast shows. They show up, and this is like a giant round table, and they throw a bunch of topics out there, and they just discuss it. It's organic. It's awesome. It's the last Wednesday of every month, brought to you by Homefront Sit Rep podcast, and you can see it live right here on HMG. JMac podcast doing great things down there in Arizona. Senior Living Guide, Patriots Inside the Wire, the Two-Step Tribe, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights, 4 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. They do a ton of stuff. They do so much. I can't even keep up with them. It's absolutely amazing. They do great shows live. They're talking country music stars, rock stars all over the country. Patriots Inside the Wire, Two-Step Tribe. Go check it out. The Arms Room show this week. Arms Room Show this week. They're discussing why Stop the Bleed classes are hurting feelings and so much more. This is a group, if you need any type of training, whether it's Stop the Bleed or any type of advanced medical training, I call it dirt medicine, or you want to do some firearms training, if you're in Arizona, whether you're in Arizona or not, call the Arms Room, get a hold of them, ask them about their training. You can go to independencetrainingaz.com or independencetraining.com, find out what classes they have coming up. They're literally in 30 states. They go all over the country. I absolutely, and they're the OGs of HMG. Check them out. Rob, what's up? How are you? Good to see you. I appreciate you jumping on. Misfit Nation podcast. Already talked to you a little bit about Rich. They're down at NASCAR. They're on their way to NASCAR. So stay tuned. You'll see a lot from them. They also did 3 episodes this week as well. Go check them out. Label Free podcast. Always pumping out content. We got you 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project. Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Got to check it out. They also do a weekly debrief show as well. Mark Peterson and Andrea, they were truly amazing people. I've been blessed to know them for the latter part of nearly a decade now, and I've watched them grow this show. It's awesome. People's Patriot Project, check them out. Other Side of the Firewall. This year, Mr. Ryan Williams was on here. Ryan Williams Sr. was on here a little bit earlier. Other Side of the Firewall, Monday through Friday. They do a show every single day. And I say this every week. I'm going to say it again. Like, if you want to learn more about IT, AI, how, what's going on in the computer world, and how to protect your computer and your phones and all this other stuff, it's crazy how much you will learn from these guys. The show is very easily consumable. And they put out a ton of content. Monday, they put out a show every single day, Monday through Friday. Check it out. Other Side of the Firewall. Pushing Back Chaos has got some new stuff coming up. Military Child Education Coalition's got some new stuff coming up. Our man Ryan down in Arizona with Chasing Happiness, he's got some stuff coming up every Saturday. Drops a new episode. Rise Up, Voices from the Front Line, new shows coming up. Please stay tuned for those. Again, you can check out all the shows at heroesmediagroup.com. After the show, I'll be putting in the comment sections. Come back later in the week. You'll be able to see each episode that was done this week. Shout out to our network sponsors. These sponsors here, somebody asked me this earlier this week. So these sponsors here are people that believe in the network, that want to get their name out. They have been on part of other shows. They're companies that I work with, or some of the other shows on the network work with directly. I'm talking about From the Farm, fromthefarm.com or fromthefarm.io. My buddy AJ Richards started this company. The last couple of years we've talked a lot about food sovereignty and the importance of where you're buying your meat from. The last couple of years, my wife and I have bought meat from local farmers and ranchers. Period. We don't buy meat at the stores anymore. We buy it from local farmers and ranchers. Why? Because we're putting that money back into our local community. Plus, we know the food's going to be better. We ask the right questions. The beef that we're getting isn't injected with a bunch of hormones and shit like that. So it's great. Go check it out. My Tax Fella, my friend Anthony Moriello. This is his company. He's got a great team over there. If you're a business owner and you need help with bookkeeping, or you're somebody that needs your taxes done and you want it done the right way, or you got questions, reach out to Anthony at mytaxfella.com. One of the kindest human beings you'll ever get a chance to talk to, and he'll point you in the right direction. I've been working with him now for about 10 years. We absolutely love working with them. My Tax Fella, go check them out. Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle. He's a Marine. I don't hold that against him. I like him anyway, and I still go down and I chat with him every time I get the opportunity. Jim, I'm sorry, I tried. Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle. If you're ever in southern Pennsylvania, you got to come on down to Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle. Get hooked up with a boat. Tell him I sent you, and go fishing for the day. It's absolutely, they got this great big reservoir. You can go fish bass. um, snakeheads, catfish, crappies. It's absolutely amazing. I love going down there. Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle. Warriors on the Water Ltd, great nonprofit organization that's doing stuff for uh, veterans and local Leos. Forget Genetics, veteran owned um, product, and this is a mineral that actually Barry does a lot of stuff now. Him and his family. It's a family owned, operated company. It's freaking awesome. Um, if you want deer in your woods, go to forgetgenetics.com and look at their products that they have. It's absolutely amazing how big these deer will get on this product. Forgetgenetics.com, check it out. Fin Tactical, they're the guys that this is the company that put our new website together and the new HMG beverage site, which I'll get to in a second. Fin Tactical, so if you need a new website, go check them out, fintactical.com. Freedom People, great organization, nonprofit organization. They'll help you put a trust together. VA Claim Builder with Ranger Johnson. This is a free app that'll help you veterans get your VA claims put together the right way. Check it out, VA Claim Builder. And then, of course, we have JB Auto Clothiers. I'm not sporting the jacket today, but I did over graduation. JB Auto Clothiers, if you want to get suited up with a custom bespoke made to measure suit, let me know. And then our sister company, HMG Beverage. Go check out the new HMG Beverage website. Go to hmgbeverage.com. I said I was going to keep it like under 30 minutes today, and that didn't happen. That's all right. I appreciate all the comments that we see on here. I'm going to say this again. We are ending Heroes Month. Again, shout out to all of our, all my brothers and sisters in the military Appreciation Month. Not just you, but to your families, your spouses, your kids, because they're all part of it too. Appreciate all of y'all. Teachers out there, you don't get enough credit. Some of you, yeah, being a teacher nowadays, not an easy job, especially if you're trying to do it right. Nurses, all the medical staff, medical personnel, my wife, who is a nurse practitioner, she's one of my heroes, absolutely love her to death. Nurses Week this week. Appreciate all the nurses out there. Police Week. This is the one. I'll tell you a funny story real quick. So I posted about Police Week, an appreciation of it. Let me remind you guys of something. Whether you agree with law enforcement or not, because you saw one bad thing, one bad seed doesn't have to ruin the whole bunch. There's a lot of great police officers and law enforcement people out there that are doing the right thing, and they're protecting your ass when you need it. Keep that in mind, right? You see, the news. You guys know what I'm going to say about the news. Mainstream media is all BS anyway. They want to paint the picture of police being bad. And, I had comments. I had people emailing me like, I'm a dumbass. Okay. Well, ask my parents. There's my pop's on here. He'll tell you I can be a dumbass. Sure. But it's one of those things where, you just have to, I just had to eventually, I talked to my PR buddy, and he was just like, just ignore the negative comments. You have to ignore the negative comments, because that's all they want to focus on is the negative. Here at HMG, we're focusing on the positive. So if you're in law enforcement, or you have a family member that's in law enforcement, know that we appreciate you here at HMG. Thank you for what you do, because it's not easy. We know it, and we appreciate you. Mental Health Month. Check on your battle buddies. All right. There's a lot of you out there. If you need help, send me an email, drop me a DM, give me your phone number. I'll call you. I don't care. I don't care what time it is. You need somebody you need an ear just to listen. That's what I'm here for. Let's get you some help that you need, or just let's chat it up and figure out what's wrong and how we can fix it. Protect your mind, folks. This weekend, get off the phones, get outside. The weather's getting nicer. Have a barbecue. Go for a walk with your family. Spend time with your family, your loved ones. Have a great weekend. We're going to be right here next week. Same time, same place. God bless you. God bless America. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.